Hello friend. Welcome to MovieMark. Today we have brought you some amazing non-stop action movies, which are masterpiece movies forever. Hope you will like them. So let's start today's video. Number 10. Jolt. This movie based on action comedy crime genres, with 5.6 IMDb rating. An ex-bouncer, Lindy Lewis, Kate Beckinsale, suffers from intermittent explosive disorder, which is triggered by interactions with people. She has been seeing a psychiatrist, Dr. Ivan Munchin, who has been attempting to treat her disorder with an electroshock vest, which is slowly becoming less effective. He advises that she try forming a relationship with someone as another path to treatment. Against her better judgment, she goes on a date with an accountant named Justin, with whom she gets on very well. Just before their next date, she discovers he has been murdered. Number 9. London Has Fallen. This movie based on action thriller genres, with 5.9 IMDb rating. G7 intelligence services locate Pakistani arms trafficker and terrorist mastermind Amir Barkawi at his compound, and authorize a US Air Force drone strike during his daughter's wedding, killing Barkawi's family and seemingly Barkawi himself. 2 years later, British Prime Minister James Wilson suddenly dies, and the G7 prepare to attend his funeral in London. Secret Service Director Lynn Jacobs assigns Agent Mike Banning to lead American President Benjamin Asher's overseas security detail, even though Banning's wife Leah is due to give birth in a few weeks. Number 8. The Girl in the Spider's Web. This movie based on action crime drama genres, with 6.1 IMDb rating. Young computer hacker Lisbeth Salander and journalist Michael Blomqvist find themselves caught in a web of spies, cybercriminals, and corrupt government officials. In the introduction, sisters Camilla and Lisbeth Salander are seen as young girls playing chess at the home of their father, crime lord Alexander Zalachenko. When Zalachenko asks Camilla to play a game with him, the implication being inappropriate sexual behavior, Lisbeth tries to drag her away, before leaping from a high balcony into a snowdrift and making her escape, leaving Camilla behind. Number 7. Rambo: Last Blood. This movie based on action crime thriller genres, with 6.1 IMDb rating. Rambo must confront his past and unearth his ruthless combat skills to exact revenge in a final mission. Almost 4 decades after they drew first blood, Sylvester Stallone is back as one of the greatest action heroes of all time, John Rambo. Now, Rambo must confront his past and unearth his ruthless combat skills to exact revenge in a final mission. A deadly journey of vengeance, Rambo: Last Blood marks the last chapter of the legendary series. Number 6. Overlord. This movie based on action horror science fiction genres, with 6.6 IMDb rating. On the eve of D-Day, the 5th of June 1944, several American paratroopers are dropped behind enemy lines to carry out a mission crucial to the invasion's success: destroy a radio tower built in a little castle of an old French town that the Third Reich uses for communication between Berlin and Normandy Beach's bunkers. Due to the intense enemy fire, the planes are shot down and most soldiers die in the landing or are killed by the Nazis' night patrols after they land. Number 5. The Night Comes for Us.
From the BART train to a tour bus, still the same game except I'm pulling more sluts, more butts, more bucks, never giving more fucks. Did it my way, I'm never taking shortcuts, raised in a town like fool.
This movie based on action thriller genres, with 6.9 IMDb rating. Ito is one of 6 elite enforcers for the Southeast Asian Triad, known as the 6 Cs. After massacring a village because a few villagers had stolen triad drugs, Ito discovers a survivor, a young girl named Reina. Ito, feeling remorseful and sympathetic, turns on the triad soldiers present and kills them all. He later returns to his childhood home of Jakarta and hides Reina in his ex-girlfriend Shinta's apartment. Shinta treats his wounds and calls in Fadi, who used to be in a gang with Ito. Number 4. Jack Reacher. This movie based on action mystery thriller genres, with 7.0 IMDb rating. In Pittsburgh, a man drives a van into a parking garage across the Allegheny River from PNC Park, dropping a quarter into the meter. Using a rifle, he shoots and kills 5 people on the river's North Shore Trail from long range before driving off. The Pittsburgh police, headed by Detective Calvin Emerson, find a shell casing and the quarter used to pay for parking. A fingerprint on the coin belongs to James Barr, an ex-United States Army sniper. Number 3. Kingsman. This movie based on action-adventure comedy genres, with 7.7 IMDb rating. In 1997, probationary secret agent Lee Onwin sacrifices himself to save his superior, Harry Hart. Blaming himself for Lee's death, Harry returns to London and gives Lee's young son Gary, Eggsy, a medal engraved with an emergency assistance number. 17 years later, Eggsy is a rebellious chav, having dropped out of training for the Royal Marines despite his intelligence and talent for gymnastics and parkour. 12. Arrested for stealing a car, Eggsy calls the emergency number, leading Harry to arrange his release and subdue Eggsy's abusive stepfather's gang. Number 2. Black Hawk Down. This movie based on action drama history genres, with 7.7 IMDb rating. In 1992, amidst the Somali civil war and the dissolution of the central government, the United Nations Security Council authorizes a military operation with a peacekeeping mandate. However, conflict ensues between the UN and the Mogadishu-based militia loyal to Mohammed Farah Aidid. In response, US President Clinton deploys Task Force Ranger, consisting of 3rd Battalion/75th Ranger Regiment, Delta Force operators, and flight crew of the 160th SOR, to Mogadishu to capture Aidid, who has proclaimed himself president and steals Red Cross food shipments. Number 1. John Wick Chapter 4. This movie based on action crime thriller genres, with 8.4 IMDb rating. John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table. But before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy with powerful alliances across the globe and forces that turn old friends into foes. Condemned by the tyrannical High Table to be on the run for the rest of his life. So friends, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this. Thanks for watching.